Alright folks, welcome back to the Rocky Homestead. This is Jeff. What I'm doing, this is going to be day one on this incubation time of the eggs. I've got speckled Sussex eggs. They're purebred right here that I saved up, and I've been turning them once a day. If you turn them once a day while you're saving them, they won't, the yolk will not stick to the shell on the inside. But anyway, I have got the incubator setting on 100 and 100 degrees, and I got water in there, and the humidity on it is sitting on 74. That's what I like for it to sit on, in the 70s, and that'll keep the eggs. Like I said, I got water in there that makes the humidity good, and it keeps the eggs from drying out on the inside. We can't have them dried out, and then with that kind of a heat, staying 100 in there, that kind of heat would dry them out real quick if they didn't have no humidity in there. But anyway, I'm going to take the lid off this thing, and I'm going to get some eggs, and then we're going to put them in the egg turner. And then I'll turn the egg turner on. I'll set this right down here. Alright, now I get my eggs. And always set your eggs. This is the way I always do it. This is me, not anybody else. This is me. I always set them with the pointy end down. This is the air pocket right up here. And the air pocket is when they start developing in there, the air pocket will provide them the air on the inside of the shell. So I'm going to put them in here. And they should, I think there's 40 eggs that I've got. And then once I set them in there, then I'm going to turn the turner on. And the turner, it turns them 6 times a day. I know I've set them by, I've done it by hand, not have a turner, and I always turn them twice a day. Some people says 3 times a day, but I do it twice a day when I'm doing it by hand, and I've never had any trouble out of it. I've always had a good turnout on hatching, as long as them eggs are fertile, and you get them turned twice a day, you're good. I mean, it's hard for me to do it 3 times a day by hand while I'm working. I don't think my boss would let me come home and turn my eggs and then go back to work. He'd kind of frown on that, I do believe. But anyway, I'll stick some more eggs in here. You want your eggs as clean as possible. Don't wash them. You do not wash the eggs. There is a coating that the hen's body puts on an egg as it's being laid, and it kind of seals that egg off. It keeps it from going bad. That's how it keeps from going bad, because, you know, let's face it, a hen only lays 1 egg a day. Well, if they have a clutch of 10 to 12 eggs, that's 10 to 12 days that it took to get those eggs in there. So the first egg, it needed a way to be sealed off and not go bad. And so Mother Nature, the good Lord himself, that's the way he had it. He does it. I mean, the body of the chicken puts that coating on that shell, and it keeps it good. It keeps the inside of the egg good for up to 30 days. Up to 30 days. And then by that time it's getting iffy. At that time, I wouldn't trust it then. But a lot of times I don't like to refrigerate my eggs. I mean, if I'm sewing them fresh, I don't like to refrigerate them, because that starts deteriorating the life of the egg when you refrigerate them. And we're about to get her set. Yeah. There we go. Now, I'll come back. I got a few eggs left there, but that's okay because them eggs will probably end up as breakfast. That's probably what they'll end up as. But anyway, I'll put the lid back on here and let them start in. Actually, I'm going to wait. Let me see. I need to wait. Well, you don't have to wait. We can go ahead and start that egg turning. I mean, at times, sometimes it's good to let them sit. I mean, especially if you're going to turn them by hand, but you're turning them a lot more than what this turner turned them. I think it'll be just fine. Anyway, I got that egg turner turned on. And from time to time, I'll come in here and I'll bring the camera with me, and we'll film this whole process. Like I said, it's going to take 21 days. They'll start hatching probably about 18 days. Now, on the 17th day, what I'll do is come in here, and I've got another old incubator over here, and I'll have it fired up. And what I'm going to use it for is just to have a hot or a warm place, not a hot, but it'll be 100 in there. It'd be a good warm place for whenever they hatch here. I can put them in there to where they won't bother the other eggs. I can put them in there wet, and then it'll still be nice and warm, and then they'll go ahead and dry off, and everything will be fine. The way that is. I've seen something here I got to check. I don't know if that means be like that. I guess it's alright. I guess that'll work. Okay, folks, this is day 1 of the egg setting, and hopefully we'll have a good turnout. Okay, folks, this is day 7 from the time I set them. In the video, it looked like that. I just switched from one video to another, but this is day 7. It's time to candle them and see if we got any babies inside there. And hopefully we do. I check my temperature here. In there. That's good. You always want your temperature to be between 99 and 101. That's the ideal working temp. So we're going to try the first one here. Now, whenever I check one, and if it's not any good, if it don't have a baby in it, then I'm going to discard it over here, because there's no need of having an egg in there if it's not making a baby. So let's check this one right here first, and I look it over right here real good. I don't know if you can see it or not. I think that does have, it's not real obvious, but I think there is one in there. Let's just check another one. I thought that 7 days would be, oh yes, right here. This is a good one right here. I don't know if you can see the vein, or the, yeah, this is the blood vein in there. It's a, got one in there. I can see the vein, but I can't see the little chick. It's just deep down in there. But that is a vein in there. Okay. Let's check this one here. That in there is a little dark, but it does have a baby in there as far as it looks. I think it does anyway. Okay, folks, this is day 20, and they're hatching a little bit early. I took them out of my incubator with the turner, and I had another old incubator here, and it's just going to keep them. I put it in there, put the eggs in there to where they wouldn't get in that turner and get hung up and die. So I put them in this old incubator to where they can hatch, and it wouldn't mess up my good incubator. But you can tell that this old incubator has been around for a while. I've hatched a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to open this up and show you what's going on inside the incubator. And I believe you'll see real quick. Look at there. Looky there. Got a shell hung on its head. Yeah, and I have another one. Another one right here, right there. See how it's pipped? It won't be long and that'll be hatching too. But they kind of start out slow when they first start hatching, especially when they're a day early like this. And they'll ramp up. And I believe under old Henrietta out there, I set these the same day. And I walked up there a while ago, and she's awful fussy, and she's raised up a little bit, and I could swear that I heard a little chipping coming out from underneath her, and more than likely did. So there, it's all going to happen here. I was just letting you see that. Got me a brand new little chick, and that is a speckled Sussex. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of those chickens. Folks, I also want to say, I didn't say it a while ago, and I want to say it now. There's a little baby. You need to keep an eye on it and make sure all the shells are taken out as they hatch, because if you don't, a part of a shell could get over the other part, or where an egg is chipped or pipped, and it could cause that baby inside that egg that hadn't come out yet to suffocate. So you need to get all them eggshells out of there as fast as possible. Okay, folks, this is another update on Henrietta and my incubation thing, and my incubator, should I say. Anyway, the incubator was a bust, but I'm only going to get 3 or 4 little baby chicks out of it, and that's all I'm getting out of 40 eggs. I never have thought too much of an automatic turner, and I still don't. And I've always had better luck when I turn them by hand. But anyway, there's nothing better than the real thing, and that right there is the real thing. And I'll show you why. If she don't flog me, I'll show you why. Look at all those babies underneath her. She had a 100% hatch. She hatched every little baby, or every egg that was under. She hatched every one of them. And then I went in there, and what has hatched out of the incubator, which is 2 so far, and I got 1 more to hatch. I know. And I brought the other 2 out here and put under her. And then I'll bring that other one when it hatches and bring under and put under. She is such a good mother. She's covered them all, and she can't be any happier. I don't know. If there was such a thing as a smile on a chicken's face, that would be a smile right there. She is a very good mother. Now, she's not real bad protective right at the moment, because she's still sitting on them and she's got them covered. But when she gets them out of that nest and gets them running around and eating, now that's a whole different story, because every time I'll reach in there, she'll probably flog me probably pretty bad. But that's the only thing. You can't hold it against her, because all she's doing is protecting her babies. And she's got plenty of them this year, and I'm really proud of her. And she's hatched as many Sussex as I needed, extra Sussex. And so I'll let her raise her babies in this brooder thing that I got built here, and then when she goes into brood again, she will get broody again, and when she does, I'm going to hatch some colored egg layers under her, I think. But anyway, I'm going to try the incubator again, but I'm going to turn them by hand. I'm going to take the turner out, and I'm going to turn them by hand, and I think I'll have such a better turnout. But I don't know. It looked like that they was making, and then all of a sudden something happened, and I have no idea what has happened. The temperature stayed up good. The humidity was good, and I think it was just the Turners. I just don't think too much of them Turners. But anyway, that's a little update on Henrietta, the good mama of the Rocky Homestead. Okay, folks, that's the story of the eggs. Now, I'm really happy with Henrietta here and everything, and but I hate it that the incubator was a kind of a bust, but that's just the way it happens on the farm and on the homestead. So I heard Mr. Rooster over, he's being proud this morning crowing. Anyway, I want all of y'all to have a blessed day, and I hope the good Lord will keep you safe and bless you. And this is Jeff with the Rocky Homestead and the Rooster saying bye-bye.